Ambassador Zixth of the Crystalline Hegemony stared at the holographic display with what humans might charitably call bewilderment. The three-dimensional map showed the Kepler Void, a region of space so hostile that even the war-loving Krorthax had designated it as a no-fly zone. Temperature variations that could flash freeze or instantly vaporize most known materials. Radiation bursts that turned sophisticated electronics into expensive paperweights. Gravitational anomalies that stretched matter like cosmic taffy. And there, scattered throughout this hellscape like glowing pearls of insanity, were dozens of human settlements. "Explain this to me again," Zixth said, his crystalline form refracting the hologram's light into prismatic fragments. "Your species has established recreational facilities in the void?" Captain Sarah Chen of the Terran Diplomatic Corps nodded cheerfully. "That's right. The Kepler Void Resort Consortium has been operating for almost 15 years now. Very popular honeymoon destination, actually. The Vorthak trade representative, a six-armed creature whose species had survived 3 galactic wars, made a sound like grinding metal. Impossible. The void consumed our exploratory fleet. 17 ships gone in 14 minutes. "Oh, that was probably the Charybdis field," Chen said, consulting her tablet. "Yeah, we lost a few cruise ships there in the early days too. That's why we built the Maelstrom Casino right in the middle of it. The gravitational distortions make for incredible zero-G acrobatics shows." Zixith felt his consciousness flicker, a sign of extreme stress among his people. "You built a casino in a gravitational anomaly that destroys spacecraft?" "Well, we had to reinforce the hull pretty extensively," Chen admitted. "Triple-layered neutronium mesh, quantum-stabilized superstructure, the works. But the views are absolutely spectacular. You should see the light show when cosmic debris gets caught in the field." The third member of the alien delegation, High Contemplator Mires of the Ethereal Collective, had remained silent throughout the briefing. Her species existed partially in higher dimensional space, making them effectively immortal and theoretically capable of surviving almost anything. Even she looked disturbed. "The radiation levels alone should have killed every human in the region within hours," she said, her voice like wind through crystal chimes. "Oh, we don't actually stay in the radiation zones unprotected," Chen explained. "That would be crazy. We just use the ambient radiation to power our fusion reactors, much more efficient than hauling fuel from the inner systems. Plus, the high-energy environment is perfect for extreme sports." "Extreme sports?" Zixith's translator struggled with the concept. Chen's eyes lit up with enthusiasm. "Surfing solar flares, racing through particle storms, deep void spelunking in the dark matter caverns. My nephew holds the record for naked void walking, 47 minutes in hard vacuum with nothing but a breathing mask and some thermal underwear." The Vorthak representative made another grinding noise. "Your nephew is either lying or dead." "Oh, he's very much alive. Won the Galactic Extreme Games last year. The other species complained it was unfair because humans are apparently unreasonably durable. But we figured that was just sour grapes." Mires leaned forward, her form shimmering. "What about the psychological effects? The void. It drives minds to madness. The isolation, the constant threat of annihilation, the crushing emptiness between stars." "Funny you should mention that," Chen said. "We actually have a whole industry built around it. Meditation retreats, vision quests, extreme isolation therapy. Turns out the existential dread really helps with anxiety and depression. Something about perspective. Hard to worry about your mortgage when you're contemplating the infinite abyss of space." Zixith processed this information for several long moments. "You use cosmic horror as therapy. The brochures call it embracing the eternal dark for inner peace. But yeah, basically." The Vorthak stood abruptly, all 6 arms gesticulating. "This is madness. No species colonizes the void. It is death. It is entropy made manifest." "Well," Chen said thoughtfully, "humans have always been pretty good at making the best of bad situations. When life gives you an uninhabitable hellscape of space-time, you build resort hotels and charge admission." Mires studied the human carefully. Your species has been in space for less than 2 centuries. The void has existed for millions of years. Every civilization that has achieved spaceflight has mapped it, studied it, and designated it as forbidden territory. What makes humans different? Chen shrugged. I guess we just have a different definition of impossible. When the void tried to kill our first exploration team, they didn't retreat. They figured out how to kill it back. When the radiation started cooking our electronics, we built better electronics. When the gravitational anomalies started shredding our hulls, we built stronger hulls. When the existential horror started driving people insane, we charged admission. She gestured to the hologram, where the human settlements glowed like defiant stars against the cosmic dark. Every problem is just a business opportunity in disguise. The void wanted to be left alone? Tough luck. Humans don't believe in haunted houses. We believe in fixer-uppers. Zixith's crystalline form had grown noticeably dimmer during the conversation. Your entire species appears to be clinically insane. Maybe, Chen agreed cheerfully, but we're having a great time, and the vacation packages are very reasonably priced. Group discounts available. The 3 alien representatives exchanged looks of profound unease. In all their collective millennia of existence, they had never encountered a species that responded to cosmic horror with a chamber of commerce. As they filed out of the briefing room, Zixth made a mental note to update the crystalline hegemony's xenological databases. Next to humanity, he would add a single word: terrifying. Behind them, Captain Chen was already planning the next phase of human expansion. The Screaming Nebula had some lovely properties available, and she'd heard excellent things about the tourism potential of the nightmare dimension. After all, humans had never met a hostile environment they couldn't turn into a theme park.